When you tell Muslims that you reject their crazy, blasphemous hadith books and you only follow the book of God, the Quran, which is the best hadith, they say, oh, how do you pray? How do you pray? Well, let's answer that question. The issue is that the Muslims believe that there's a hadith where the Prophet says, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to teach you how to pray step by step, but that hadith doesn't exist. They believe the Quran doesn't give you steps for prayer, even though it actually does. Start by making your intention, because that's the most important thing. Then in Surah 5:6, it says, wash your faces and your hands up to the elbows, wipe your heads, and wash your feet to the ankles. So for people who say that wudu is not in the Quran, there you go. It's only 4 steps. Then in 2:144, it says, turn your face towards the sacred mosque. Wherever you are, turn your faces towards it. And we know the sacred mosque is in Mecca, obviously. Then you stand in prayer according to 2:238. Then you recite the 7 often repeated verses, which is Surah Fatiha. And you only read Fatiha from Quran because it's the only chapter in the Quran where it's you invoking God directly, because 72:18 is not to invoke other than God in prayer. And all the other chapters is God speaking. Fatiha is the only one where it's the believer speaking. And make sure not to pray too loud or silently according to 17:110. And bowing and prostrating is in the Quran according to 2:43, and 4:102, and 22:77, and 53:62. And then Subhana Rabbil Azim and Subhana Rabbil A'la, which are words of praising and glorifying God, which are in 1598, and 33:42, and 52:48, and 21:30, and 30:17. And more importantly, remembering God in 87:15. So yeah, most of it is in the Quran, but just don't say the Tahiyyat because it's shirk. And if you have any more questions, join the server in the bio.